a group asked me the crown ceremony, meaning of crown ceremony, right? Yes, I need to talk. I give a little background of Karmapa also first. The Karmapa, meaning of, we say Karmapa. Karma means the actions. Action, So it means the karma means actions or activity of all Buddha and Bodhisattvas. That means Karmapa, who acting as the embodying all Buddha and Bodhisattvas. So they empower him as activity of all Buddha and Bodhisattva. Karma means that's name up to him, because what he do, that is name what he get. And so when he was he was in India. One time he was a Mahasiddha, we call Kyompakyu, Tibetan call. But that is the name of the name of the Karmapa. First time he has taken vow to meditate until that he liberate all sentient beings from the sufferings. Until that get resolved, until that time he want to stay in mountain and practice meditation and staying in a deep samadhi. Then he was staying for a long time, deep samadhi. In one day, that 100,000 dakini. Dakini means like female, but divine beings, female aspect. And the 100,000 of them, the gathering, and they noticed that who the Karmapa was deep samadhi and performing benefit many beings, and they knowing that, and then all they gathering, and that they want to make him special, giving what he done was so good, giving the gift, or giving some kind of announcement. So all the female dakinis together, 100,000 of them, and they gather, they talk, kind of meeting. See, there's such great beings, the manifesting and benefiting many beings in this world, and what we should offer him for thanks, what he doing, his activity. So they all together, each of them offer the hair, single hair, and put together. The Maraskalji, their own power, the hair change into the crown, and then crown representing the all Buddha and Bodhisattva, and the black crown come from that. So this all the 100,000 dakini, they made this crown through their own spiritual power, and then they go to wherever he's residing in deep samadhi. They offer the crown to the Karmapa. At the time they announced that, and all Buddha and Bodhisattvas empower him as one who holding the activity of the all Buddha and Bodhisattva. And for that, they give the crown to the Karmapa. And since then, Karmapa had that crown, not separating at all. That means it doesn't matter he dead or not dead. Crowns within him. That crown we call wisdom crown. which is ordinary people cannot see that crown. So after that he came to many human form to benefiting beings, but only the rare accomplished being can able to see that crown. The rest of the world doesn't see that. So he has that wisdom crown wherever he wants. And then after all, in India he has come many different form, many different yogi, and manifested it, benefit many beings. And the last that he came to Tibet was the post-Karmapa Tizum Khenpa. He was post-reincarnation of Tibetan, in Buddhists actually. Because before, Buddhists do believe the reincarnations, but never have proof, say this is reincarnations. But then after all, he born maybe 1,000 years ago, he born in Tibet. And that time, he was Tizum Khenpa, Karmapa Tizum Khenpa, post-Karmapa. And he has the crown, but again, no one see that. And when he passed away, then he write down that where he going to born, what the name of him, what the year he born, and parent name, sister, brother name, even the doorway to which way facing, he write down after he passed away. Then he also saying who he was and during his life in India. So beginning start, Tibetan people are wondering that. But then according to his writing, that they found him. And then that time everybody says that man write down this. And now exactly how he write down, we found the boy, and he's acting exactly how he described. And that time beginning, okay, there is incarnation Lama, the manifesting from the Dharmakaya to benefit other sentient beings. Then we recall Tulku, or reincarnation Lama. That time beginning start. That's more 1,000 years ago, After that, the Karmapa was continually reborn. Maybe some of them 30 years pass away, some of them 80, some of them 60, but continually reincarnated according to the writing of the Karmapa. That's why they recognize Karmapa by himself. No one have to recognize him. By live letter, by the past life, to how to found next life, So that's why he reincarnated until 5th Karmapa. But crown ceremony doesn't have that. Crown was within him, but no one knows the crown exists or not. But then 5th Karmapa called Tejin Sherpa. His name was Tejin Sherpa. 5th Karmapa become well-known yogi, scholar, and teacher in Tibet. Of course, the most respectful Lama in Tibet, Karmapa is, at the time, until now. So, he's so popular, and Chinese king invited him. As his, post invited, they absorb him, and name and fame, Karmapa. He want to know who he is and what he has, the spiritual power he gained. And then, after that, when they have he invited there, and now in China king was supposed to be really Chinese king, is reincarnation of Manjashri. But again, no one say this is incarnations. But Karmapa knows he's a reincarnation of Manjashri. So the king of the China can see Karmapa has crown. No one can see it. morning, evening he come, he see Karmapa have black crown all the time. And one day, when he see the black crown, he just forget all consideration of the world. He just become completely into deep samadhi and completely just blessed and joy. Every time he sees that, he thought so great and such beneficial by seeing crown. And then he thinks how I can make other people to see this. He has the great compassion, so he want to, how I should do this now. He thinking. And he became very devoted to Karmapa. And he received the initiations. And he becomes student and disciple of Karmapa. Then he was asking one time to Karmapa, mornings he's told that, you're my Lord Guru, and I take refuge on you, and I want to get some permission from you, because there I see some lots of benefit. And Karmapa asked, tell me what you have request. And he says, I see crown ceremony all the time on your head, but I don't think anyone see these things. I want you to have the visible for everybody. But Karmapa say, well, this is always visible, but someone who ready for that. And most people are ignorant and in defilement, impurity, and those things make hard to me. I cannot show them. They have to open their eye to see this. A blind person, already blind, I can see there is a goal. He will not see the goal. What he have to do is open his eyes, put effort, and determine to fix your eyes. And when your eyes open, then you can see goal. So eyes is not opened by the goal. Eyes opened by the whoever blind people have to open, not by the goal. So Karmapa has said that. Then king was say, certifying what he says, that's true. And then he says, I see this. And he says, oh yeah, you must see. You king, become king is not loss of great merit, great purity, and especially your incarnation of Manjashiri. So there are no question there. So everybody is not Manjashiri, you are the Manjashiri. You see that. Then he asks, can I make identical that visible for physical crown? The other people can see this. The Karmapa say, that your motivation is great. I cannot refuse that. Your motivation is really true compassion, kind, loving toward other sentient being. So I must do this. So then he give the order. The kings all night he make the weave, the crown. They make the crown very identical as what he sees on the Karmapa head. And morning he offer to Karmapa and ask, please, can you wear this? And people can see this. Just by simple they seeing this will be helpful. So Karmapa say, okay. So he said, that's your motivation is very great, so I will not refuse. This will be somewhat connected with me, so I'll do it. And he beginning start to perform the crown ceremony, which is the 5th Karmapa start. Now the 17th Karmapa, you see. So now the crown is continually, that is His Holiness Karmapa has one, that is Karmapa has that for Chinese king made that, for the identical, according to Karmapa's own order. So that's the way the Karmapa crown ceremony and crown come from. So now, until now, it's using this for benefit other sentient being. So then after later, like we have Kajipa Lama, Siddha Rinpoche has crown, Kelsap Rinpoche have crown, Pao Rinpoche have crown, Nedo Chame Rinpoche have crown. So there's many Lama have crown. Not many, 4 or 5 of them have crown. So that crown is come from again, those are Karmapa's disciples. And the Karmapa, they give instruction received instruction from Holiness Karmapa, and they practiced in the mountain long time. And then they became a high level of samadhi according, equal to Karmapa. And that time Karmapa give them mark that they are identical as Karmapa. So this crown come from this crown, very Gyaltsab Rinpoche crown is second Gyaltsab Rinpoche. Received this crown from Karmapa, His Holiness Karmapa. That is saying that he is identical or equal realization with Karmapa. So that's since then this crown ceremony he used for a ceremony for many beings, for many people to receive crown ceremony blessings. That's where the crown start to come to benefit beings. And so there is a story, that each crown has story, and it takes a long time to describe all these things, but that's the crown ceremony meanings. And so Karmapa was saying, Nga thangwala ngensome, Nga thangwala ngensome, Nga dewala yantame. The Karmapa say, if someone seeing me, that they will not be, born in lower realms, just being seeing him. But someone with him all the time, he said they have no way to liberate it. That means that, he says someone see me in their pure mind and see me perfection, my perfection, purity, and that connected them, I can liberate them. But someone staying with me all the time, they will never get liberation because they get wrong views to me. I'm human beings and I come from human form and I eat, I sleep, and I do everything as human being doing. And they daily with me, they see me something different. And sometimes they think, oh, he's awful, maybe he's angry, he's this, So that's why he says that this caused them and they cannot able to, really get benefit for them too much. But that was one of the Karmapa sayings. So it is again one thing, the High Lama, short term, just seeing is better than you staying all the time there, because you get trouble by the being there. Day by day you get develop your idea of the confusions. Our ego lead us to direction what is not supposed to be, but this is not controlled by we cannot able to control now. So therefore, that's the way the connection is the just brief connections and receive whatever you receive, and then you stop. It's staying all the time together. It'll be not good. Beginning start to get wrong views. So anyway, there's if you have question we can discuss, but crown ceremony I can leave there because that lots of each of Lama have crown ceremony have more to talk about. So if you have question, you can go ahead. Yes.
So then the crown is really, you can say, as you said, spontaneous arising of wisdom in practitioner and in the Rinpoche, a sharing of the spontaneous arising of the wisdom represented by crown?
Actually, that during the crown ceremony, he's staying, bury his state, whoever he is at the time. So that time, if you look at, you can see that you feel he's different. You can feel something there deep in. So that's you see, that's bring you inside blessings, you see. And that help open your heart. And your devotion, some people automatically see crowns, just start crown opening the crown, you see. So that beginning his preliminary start samadhi, it affect people. So that's way to benefit. Yes.
The two ceremonies are a little different for me. The Tibetan one, for the Tibetans at your shrine, I saw the crown and I could feel something right there. And the second one for the Westerners, it was very strange. I felt something before. I didn't even see the crown till he put it in the box, and all the time there was a whole flow of Dharma, like Dharma teaching just flowing right through me. And I just thought, gee, I miss looking at the crown, and here I am. I was paying attention to a whole bunch of stuff that was coming.
Post-crown ceremony look like more kind of external. And then the second is more deeper, what I don't question.
The first one was fine. Just what you described. When I saw him put the crown on, there was a difference, and I could feel a whole bunch of energy go through.
First time?
Yeah. The second time, I felt the energy come long before he put it on. And I went into a sort of I was just sitting, and all of a sudden a whole bunch of Dharma sort of teachings came. And I didn't see the crown when I looked at my head.
Is your state or questioning? Questioning or state?
Yes, I just wondered.
You're questioning, you ask me question or your state?
What does it mean if I don't see the crown? I'm just hearing the second time.
It is question?
Yes.
I see. So that is, I think, a different level of your mind, because the human mind, sometimes our mind happy and calm. When you meditate, sometimes visualization clear, mind can deep samadhi. Sometimes our mind visualization so mind is not calm, sometimes very active and very agitated mind. So different level of the mind have the projecting the guru's level and guru's mental stage, that we can receive blessings. So that's your mind more active to the teachings. So maybe this manifesting teaching for you, and you're active to the samadhi you're looking for. He's maybe deep samadhi. That's what you receive. What you seeing, that's what you receive. You say we have the sutra have mentioning that if you are seeing your guru as Buddha, you receive the Buddha blessings. If you seeing your guru as Bodhisattva, you receive the Bodhisattva blessings. If you see your guru is just good person, you get the good person. You become good person. That's the blessing. You see your guru is Mahasiddha, you receive the Mahasiddha blessing. If you see your guru is bad person, you get bad blessings. So where you look at, that's what you receive, see? So where you look is our different states of mind, you see? Okay, yes.
I don't know if you're gonna like this question or not. It's kind of like Karmapa and Karmapa, kind of political stuff. But you say every time that Karmapa's been reborn, he has a wisdom crown on, and his disciples can see it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if you went to Ralung Monastery and say, like, Sita Rinpoche went to see the circle Karmapa, couldn't he tell that it was the real Karmapa because he could see the wisdom crown on his head?
Mm-hmm.
And he went in, he saw the wisdom crown. Wouldn't that mean that he was the real Karmapa, or why doesn't he just come out and say that
I see.
that?
Yeah, I get your question, I think. See. And I think he's talking about a question that such realized disciple of Karmapa, why they have this political, because they could go see Karmapa has crown or not, because that's his question. The question is interesting, but he has hard to put it together. So it's interesting. He says Shaman was politically against the real Karmapa. So he asked him, he's questioning me why he should go there and look at it. He's the one of the disciple, isn't it? The equal realization. He should go to look at it. Is there wisdom crown or not? If he sees it, well, that's Karmapa, so he should not doubt. That's his question, you see. Answer for that is that, we don't know really, they have political, this political is, really evil political, or this political is something necessary political. And because the Karmapa come to the world, it is not easily. It's just ordinary people come to the world, very difficult, born in the world, difficult to family, isn't it? But this is the great Bodhisattva who can do lots of benefit, many beings in the world. He come to the world as lots of obstacle because of our impurity, our wrong views, our difficulty, the cause, and that obstacle will become coming. So this obstacle this is not really the problem. Maybe this will be the big problem become small problem. It's not maybe this is really not the big problem. So it is political. We should not consider it too much. And we say the truth is never be destroyable. And untruth is destroyed by any moment, any time. Yeah. This. So it is not necessary to be worried about ourselves. We keep connected wherever truth. We try to support them, help them and support them. And that is very important for our case. Not to follow the blind and mistake path, but we follow the right path. As we know, Situpa, Kelsap, both of them very precious Lama, and who has giving lots of benefit to many beings, and their activity we know since they are little. So everybody knows. So therefore, there are no doubt what they're doing is definitely some result, good result. And other things are, there is a logical point of view, or sutra point of view, or shastra point of view. There is no truth there. Lots of in the world, lots of smart people. Maybe most people doesn't have omniscient wisdom eye, but lots of smart people. Smart people can see what the truth, And Dalai Lama is not someone following the blind. He is very intelligent. All the scientific in the world who accepted about his intelligence. So intellectual point of view, Dalai Lama is a very high intelligent person. So intellectually he knows who's the right, who's wrong. And he was saying the word that Taisitava is right. So intelligent people should follow intelligent. And again, spiritual point of view, Dalai Lama must be higher. And must be high great Bodhisattva in the world right now. So he will not deceive the sentient being. If he deceives sentient being, how can he be Bodhisattva? And he knows that. And you can see Dalai Lama lying? No. Who will believe Dalai Lama lying? In the world doesn't believe that. So see, there's intellectual point of view. So Dalai Lama is Siddhara Rinpoche side. We should be Siddhara Rinpoche side. No question. And the Nyingma Lama, Gelugpa Lama, and the Sechapa Lama, Kajipa Lama, all the high Lama who's intelligent enough, realization enough, all of them Siddhara Rinpoche side. And whatever they're doing is the nonsense. And we know that their point is not match, not logic, according to Sutra point of view, not Tantra point of view, and not Shastra point of view, not even worldly point of view. There's disorder, there are things what they're doing. So this is not need to be me to say you follow this. You follow whatever you think. And you're intelligent enough, you see. So we have no omniscience, but we have intelligence, each individual. So we follow the intelligent people, then not danger. We follow the blind, then we getting track, then we will not see nothing. So that's what we should do. That's this question now.
One more question. When they open the letter, is the letter always right? Or when they open it and they go,
mistake.
Why all the other times it was right? and
This term is
they
wrong.
would find the Karmapa.
Mm-hmm.
Would he be wrong? Would he, because like if somebody else claimed that he was a Karmapa, why, I mean, like, why would he do that? Because
But
he would think it was wrong or something? He would think the letter was wrong?
Well, that's it, because sometimes political reason again, it's 16 Karmapa has some problem like that. For example, 16 Karmapa born in Eastern Tibet. But in Tibetan government, high position, who he has the one son, the same age Karmapa, he claimed that his son is Karmapa. And Siddha Rinpoche has known Karmapa is in Eastern Tibet, but he afraid to recognize because that again the letter was didn't found, and also Siddha Rinpoche is afraid because the Tibetan government claimed the Tibetan one of the cabinet son, he claimed that his son is Karmapa. And Siddha Rinpoche afraid to recognize other one because they will punish him. And that time Tibetan government have powerful, and one of the cabinet has son to say his son is Karmapa. And that takes a long time to clear that. 16 Karmapa have that problem. And Siddha Rinpoche keep doing that, pounding, he knows he go to, that time they didn't pound the letter. And then Siddha Rinpoche go to the Mahakala room and practice for 7 days. And then the Mahakalas appear, the form, really appear in vision. And they, indicated that Eastern Tibet, the Aduk family has the Karmapa. And then also in the Mahakali camps, and also the Tsringma, long life goddess, they came also show Karmapa born there. And he knows that Karmapa was born there, but he's afraid to recognize. But he kept doing Mahakala Puja to bring the true Karmapa. But then this Tibetan cabinet sons fall down from 9th-story house and kill himself. And then soon they're afraid, they think it may be more problem for their family, sending the letter to say, this is not the Karmapa, you recognize Karmapa. And then Siddha Rinpoche beginning start to recognizing Karmapa, but letter is not there. Again, the letter is important. But they had difficulty. Finally, they looked around everywhere, and they didn't find the letter. But the all monks, Golokpon, the Gelon Jampe, is one monk, all monk. He has one blessing box. Okay, I think it's blessing box, or he has long key, something like that. So the Karmapa gave it to him. That say, don't separate from your body. Someday you need this. Keep with you. That's Karmapa say only. The later, and then Siddha Rinpoche is sending anyone, Sorbuk there, anyone, Karmapa left anything. And bring everything collected, bring here, we want to see. The guy has the big key there. He has not opened the door, but a big key inside hollow and close it. So he is the attendant of Karmapa, and it looked like he don't believe that he's not incarnation or High Lama. He's just for serving Karmapa. No one believe he will have that. But finally he says, Karmapa, do not give anything me. This key he give me, but there's no door to open this. So then they cut the key and look at it and roll the paper. Inside there is paper, writing of Karmapa. And that's 16 Karmapa. But then look at this, exactly what the Siddha Rinpoche has the vision, and that one name, everything they found there. And that's why the Karmapa, this 16 Karmapa throne. So this is not only this time, but all the time, even Tibet, that problem. But Tibet has control easily. And here now is no government. Tibetan government is not powerful. People do anything they want. And so now people make more trouble. Before even Tibet so strict, there's some problem comes, but the problem is solved like that.
Do you think that Sitar Singh did that same thing, or any other, like Dalai Lama, or something like that, like Dalai Lama, any High Lama, like they went into the Malakala room, like in Rumtek or something, and stayed in there for 7 days? This isn't, but I'm just going to say this, so do you think the same thing would happen, or a different thing would happen? It's not like a hate thing against the Karmapa's son, but I was just asking if some High Lama did that and saw a vision of the
Karmapa?
the Karmapa, the super
I think
Karmapa.
so, yes.
Do you think the other one,
Other one is,
like in the 16th Karmapa, they both claimed that they were? Do you think Malakala
oh I
did
see,
that to him and
To
got
destroy.
his body and just
destroy.
and mixed up his mind, and he just jumped off it by the mind?
Uh-huh.
Do you think that was the same thing would happen?
This one.
Something would they did the same thing now? Do you think that would happen, or?
I think so. It takes time because the many things in the dark age and everything make difficulty. And also, they're very important to have all the disciples have to be pure, bow, samaya, and they're important. Then Mahakala will help. And disciple have problem, and Mahakala may be difficult to help because he thinks the disciple is not good. They are not together. Then Karmapa come not benefiting, get more fightings. So therefore, Mahakala will not help. So we first have to be fixed. All the disciples have to be close and to pure each other and very more respect each other. And this will be help. Mahakala can get power quickly. Then Mahakala, Karmapa can help many beings. And otherwise, Mahakala will be not work easily also. So this lots of things, lots of conditions necessary to Mahakala to do that. So that takes time for, maybe that may happen, but it takes time.
Will you speak about maybe inseparability of wisdom and emptiness, that they come together? When you
Well, in that case again, wisdom means emptiness. And wisdom and what?
wisdom and emptiness inseparable.
I see. Wisdom is emptiness, and emptiness is wisdom, so there's nothing separated. Wisdom is way we leveling to emptiness. When you have emptiness, realize emptiness, that's the wisdom. Because that will make you to knowing everything. That's the wisdom. And emptiness is wisdom, wisdom is emptiness, they are nothing different, it's the same. And you are David, you are also Reed. So both the same person. So name difference. Wisdom is another way to call it emptiness. Emptiness is another way to call it wisdom. But emptiness and wisdom and skillful means they are inseparable conjunctions. And that is, wisdom is emptiness, and skillful mean is compassion that manifesting benefits sentient beings. Like sun is emptiness, wisdom, and the radiant of sun is compassion, skillful means. And they are conjunction inseparable, but at the same time, that is, one is the source, one is the radiant of the source. So that's why understanding wisdom and skillful means, or compassions.
I have a question, not doing anything with the wisdom or anything like that. It's about Guru Rinpoche and Padmasambhava Baba. Are they the same?
They're the same.
Are they,
They're the same.
Or are they different? Because they look the same and they're doing different stuff
They are same.
and in a different position.
They are same, exactly the same. The Pema Sambhava, way they call, and we call Ujjain Pema. Pema Jungni, Tibetan call. Pema Sambhava is Sanskrit. And the Guru Rinpoche is like Tibetan call. Guru meaning Lama, Rinpoche meaning Portius. Portius Lama. So that's Guru Rinpoche, same call anyone, you devotee yourself, you call Guru Rinpoche.
I think Guru means somebody who's
Guru is
teaches you.
Guru is Sanskrit Lama. So Pema Sambhava is same. Pema Sambhava is his name, the Odiyana, Guru. Ujjain Pema Jungni. Pema Jungni we call. Meanings the arouse from the lotus. Pema means lotus. Jungni means one who arose from the lotus, which is not have father or mother. So his name and how he born, that's why his name. He have no father, no mother. Mother is the Dhanakosha lake. Father is Amitabha Buddha. Amitabha Buddha emanated out of compassion, one letter free, into the Dhanakosha lake, and that comes on lotus. But then opening there is Pema Sambhava. Spontaneous.
When the lotus opened, he was just sitting
there. Yeah. So there's Pema Jungni means kindly arose from the lotus, born from the lotus. He had no father or mother as human being.
Was he in the position like the Guru Rinpoche down there?
Huh?
The statue of Guru Rinpoche
Yes.
down there, was he in the same position?
Same position. Same position. Yes.
We'll be going to the Pama Sambhava's caves tomorrow.
Mhm.
Could you speak a little about what we'll see and any special, stories behind that?
That is, we call Khandu Sampuk, I think so. Khandu Sampuk means like cave of the secret Dakinis. That's the name of the cave. And it is, suppose we go Trashiding, then Pema Yansi come back to that place. It's kind of, big rock, but then you go underneath the rock, have hole. Hole is not big, but you have to go through. Inside have big room, but hard to go through. Sometimes we see if you do not get through, that means karma is not so well. And you can go through, you can, you're okay karma, something like that. And that's the name and that's cave, but actually they're historically that cave was, Guru Rinpoche came here because there's lots of cannibal, and then he chased them, and then cannibal escaped into the hole, and then he get in and stretch more bigger, and he catch them there, and then he subdue them there, and then he practiced there, brief samadhi in a wrathful form of samadhi, to subduing all the demon and cannibal, all those things, and put into the practice. So that's the place that tomorrow we'll go.
There's hot springs there?
Hot spring there, and that hot spring was Guru Rinpoche was appear very wrathful, angry form, and he throw the triangle knife ground, and then spring and hot spring water come. So that's that hot spring water is so he visualized as the copper meltings pouring on the demon head, and then they ask him to they will take power not to harm any beings, use their power to benefit for Dharma, doctrine, benefit sentient being. Then they put them under his power, so that some puja doing there too for that. Daily some Lama live there. And the cave is on the other side, but there's a small monastery on the river bank. So we hope to go tomorrow there. First we go Trashiding, that also monastery is very historical and very special, and there is kind of like some kind of base which Guru Rinpoche hid it in the rock, and then later some treasure take out. And that is in Ralung Monastery. They live there, and that every year they have a New Year, full moon day, big ceremony. There's nothing big ceremony, but they have the water they pour to the big water pot, and they're sharing everybody and try to get everybody want to get that. So many people come for that day. So that water is actually never fill up there. This year, they say if Sikkim is a good year, then the water become completely full, not overflow, not low, completely full. And that sign is Sikkim become very prosperity that year. And then water has become half. Sikkim, something happened to Sikkim. And overflows, something not good also. And sometimes almost dry, little, that's not good also. So that some kind of sign there. Used to be Sikkim king come to open the seal. And he'll take it, blessing himself, then he pour the nectar there, the big pot, and everybody can have. Then he'll be wrap it together and seal it, no one can open again. So next year he will come, or he will sending some special representative. So now I don't know who are opening now this day. But it was that way, the opening. So that water supposed to be very, very special. But tomorrow we'll see the base, but we will not get the water because to seal it. So we can just pray and make the good omen for ourselves and prayer. So that will be enough for us now. We leave 18, somebody will bring water too, I think. So we'll get water, I think. Lots of people coming for that. It's the whole night stay on the door to waiting for that. As soon as you open the door, it doesn't matter. Somebody killed there actually. So many, I will not want to come back. But with devotion we go prayer, that's good enough. The Pemayans is another historical monastery, which we're going to do second visit, and then third come back to the hot spring water.
Yes, it was a red hat ceremony, not a black hat ceremony.
Black hat is Karmapa only.
Oh.
Red hat is Siddhupa, Gesapa,
Okay.
And also there is called Power Rinpoche, also called Chame Rinpoche. They have the crown ceremony. Yes.
And with the fifth Karmapa, he said there would be problems with 16th Karmapa and 17th Karmapa.
Who?
Did the fifth Karmapa say there would be problems
Yes.
in the future? With
Fifth Karmapa have prophesied that this time, in the 17 end of the 16, beginning of 17, there is problem, and he put name also. He said, name Nata name will come to make the problem. So Nata means the Sanskrit means niece, a nephew. So who's making problem is Karmapa nephew.
Sharmapa's Karmapa's nephew.
So it's clear they are writing. This is not made of this century or this time. It exists for a long time.
Where is that written now? I mean, where is that written that the fifth Karmapa said that? I mean,
In a book. He has a book. He composed maybe 100 Balam book.
and those are in Tibet?
One of the history book and one of the book. And he telling each Karmapa who come, how he do. He described their book. What the name coming, how he do, what age he's staying, what he'll do. He'll marry or he'll be monk, all described. And then this time he described that end of the 16, the beginning of 17, there's a big problem.
Is that, I mean, that's in Tibet, the book?
Book in Tibet belong to, we have that. Now we realize that's what's telling now. The people out the problem up to long time this problem no one read that book. You see, they think.
Did you have it at KDK?
I have, yeah. Actually, I may have my prayer book, my home. But that time we meaning we thought, what is this? No, it's okay. I mean, no. Until now we surprised Karmapa, such annoying things. He telling about things, So we don't know now coming. Even 16 Karmapa composed when he's 18. When he was 18, Tibet is okay, but he was telling he going to India, he doing this and everything what he did now. 18 year age, he was the age of 18, he telling what's going to happen. And we didn't realize, we not know. Now we look carefully, read the meaning. What he does is exactly, he already tell that. When he dying, what happened, everything.
There is a shrine for the fifth Karmapa in Tibet?
Yeah, but Tibet now Chinese destroy and throw away. Everything's known. That's the big thing. Lots of people upset, Lots of their bodies used to be in Ralung Monastery installed and very nice. But now China throw everything.
But I thought the Chinese king was helping the Karmapa, so why did the fifth Karmapa? So why did they didn't?
But the Chinese
people realize that the fifth Karmapa was friends with the king.
But Chinese people, but Chinese king is no more. They took away the possession from king, and the king was escaped to Thailand. But in Thailand, but the king was no more a king doing king job. He's just like ordinary now. His ancestor. But long time, king was king. That time, Karmapa have relationship. But this is the communism running the country of China now. But still, they have the story. They knows that. They have the story, so therefore now Karmapa, they think that they are luck. Karmapa born in Tibet. Now they using Karmapa was long time with the China, have relationship, all this thing. Karmapa is our Karmapa, Karmapa is now. So they use that, political. They throw this all the word, all in Chinese language about what I talking about today. All in Chinese language, they knows that. That's not writing for this year or last century. It's fifth Karmapa is now, Karmapa is 17 Karmapa now. That means it's more than, 800 years ago, you see. So that's the same meaning there. So now they use that. Chinese communism use that. See, Karmapa is already connection with China. We are good friend. And he's already involved political. He has helping king, this and that. Now time come, he coming here. So they use him political now. So
Now, does he, the fifth Karmapa, did he predict beyond the 17th Karmapa? Does it look as if things are going to get better? In the sense that there's not going to be, that the Dharma will be spreading?
well, he says this will be little problem. And also this food destroying this is, we don't know who's that. He says, very wrathful person appear in Sarvok. He will be destroying. We don't know who that person now. He say that we will be destroyed, and later will be all the world people are get peace. And that man who has long nose, big nose, and big eyes, and boys, big voice, and his manifestation of Guru Rinpoche, who he will destroy that person, whoever an obstacle happen now. So we waiting who will be that person. No one knows that. We don't see anyone. Chandra Rinpoche maybe.
He's got a big nose.
Yeah, he does. He's big and long voice too.
Kaji village is red hat.
Yes, so they call red hat but black hat too. Well, Kajupa has red hat, Kajupa in generally, but Karma Kaju is a black hat.
Could you talk a little bit about the relationship between Guru Rinpoche and the Karmapa?
Guru Rinpoche and Karmapa, some of the Guru Rinpoche is mentioning about his Karmapa is emanation of Guru Rinpoche. And so Guru Rinpoche is inseparable with Karmapa. And Guru Rinpoche also prophesies about Karmapa, lots of them. Again, one of the Guru Rinpoche's 1 century ago, one treasury have this problem also described that treasury too. Guru Rinpoche write and put in the rock, and 1 century ago, one master of treasure take out that books. Now that book exists too. We don't know that either, but now when we get problem, the Thanku Rinpoche find that book has such things. Now he translating, he's showing the people too. Khenpo Tsilum carrying around last time in that one. I didn't realize that. We finding lots of book written there already, which is we never know. We don't think this is important, but now become very important those are, and become very, very hard move. Karma is a real Buddha, that he knows that, It is not maybe last year he wrote this. And he wrote for many centuries ago this problem. So that part he knows. So he must be the Buddha. He described everything to what happened now. That's why we follow. So we'll find out who is that guy who destroyed now. That's all we waiting. Okay, that's our question answer today, and thank you. And we'll see tomorrow, 6 o'clock.